Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. Unfortunately, we have another tragedy just south of Missouri. No, one state down, not Arkansas. There we go, Louisiana. We have a tragedy involving the former mayor of Baton Rouge, or the in other words, the president of the East Baton Rouge parish, and that is Kip Holden, who was that mayor slash president from 2005 to 2016. The reason why we are bringing up Mayor Holden, who passed away, I want to believe it was yesterday at the age of 72 in his home of Baton Rouge. Reason why we're doing him, he technically ran in an at-large race. He ran for for governor in 2015. Although he lost that race, this pretty much was his electoral history. And although, hang on, you do have the mayoral race right here, right? But no really display of a map that we want to see. All we do know is the mayor did win in 2008 re-election with 71% of the popular vote. It wasn't overwhelming. We knew Baton Rouge, it's not much to look at, but I want to look at that 2015 campaign for the lieutenant governor, because we honestly haven't. He did run for the lieutenant governor, and although I did say he ran for governor, he actually ran for the lieutenant governor. Correction on that. He did fairly okay. I mean, did he do okay? Yeah, I did go into a runoff, but this was his performance in the first round. You'll see, being the only Democrat in this race, you would expect Holden to do very well. He did. Did he actually? Yes, he did win the popular vote. Mainly because of the Republican split ticketing. You have right here Albert Guillory, John Young, taking away votes from Billy Nungesser, who is not incumbent in this, but he will win this election overall. This results to Kip Holden to win the popular vote. However, if you're a Democrat, I encourage you not to jump up and down over this result, because you know that Louisiana is a red state. Now, hang on, you may say. Hang on. Hold up. Wasn't 2015 the year where, what's his name? The conservative Democrat, John Bel Edwards won this election? He did win. And he won by a lot in 2015, the gubernatorial race. He flipped this race. Did he flip? Yes, he flipped this race for Democrats, which ended up being their year for them. But the only problem with that, though, is you have John Bel Edwards, the conservative pro-life Democrat, who really did get, who determined this race was Catholics. Let's be honest. A lot of people said, "Oh well, we know that Kip Holden could possibly win this race." So obviously, I do think it was possible that, let's see, was there any polling that was going to say that, like afterward polling? Yes, you'll see John Bel Edwards was leading through the polls all the way through, and the Democrats, they were really hoping that that Edwards would be that would be the cocktail that would bring Kip Holden across the finish line, because really we don't really have much general election polling. But luckily for Republicans, they ended up holding this race, and I'll tell you, it would be an embarrassment. It was already a difficult year because Louisiana's a red state, and I get why John Bel Edwards won the 2015 race. Let's be honest. He is a Catholic, okay? A Catholic Democrat. And in Louisiana, the Catholics in Louisiana tend to be more Democratic. Why? Oh, yeah, they're also Republicans, but if you run as a Democrat Catholic, a Catholic Democrat with Catholic values, which this guy, John Bel Edwards, he is against the LGBT insanity. He is ultra conservative, but the problem is he doubles triples down on endorsing Democrats. He voted for Biden and he voted for Harris, allegedly, which is stupid because this guy is being hypocritical. He goes and says wonderful things about like supporting a 6-week abortion ban, and although he is somewhat of a moderate, he will support like Medicaid expansion. Although Edwards did expand protections for LGBTQ people in the workplace. But yes, he is somewhat of a moderate. But he's being very contradictory to his claimants. But I want to go ahead and jump into, like, you got John Bel Edwards and his victory. A lot of people said how that would affect this race abroad. This is the general, the runoff, which was on November the 21st. Keep in mind, Louisiana has their elections, I want to believe, in non-midterm years earlier, a few days, 10 days earlier than the other states, like Kentucky and Mississippi. We know this because we went through the 2023 elections. Louisiana was held a couple days before Election Day. So, yes, you got good results for Kip Holden. He had hopes, seeing that momentum in the Edwards campaign, but the Edwards campaign failed. And despite that, though, the Edwards campaign, my bad, succeeded. But despite that Edwards campaign succeeding by a lot, this was not enough for Kip Holden. He ended up losing. And as a result, Billy Nungesser won the election. You'll see African-American areas, New Orleans especially. You have Baton Rouge is in East Bacon Rouge Parish, which is right here, 60%. The area surrounding, which tend to be very African-American, also backing Holden. You got these counties up on top. They're Trump counties, by the way. No, this county is a Democrat county. My bad. These counties, 60%. This county's a 60%. These are Trump counties, but we got to remember, these counties, oh boy, they backed. Like this county up here, it is a Clinton county. It voted for, then again, it voted for Edwards by 80%. A lot of these Trump counties voted over 60%. Like this county right here, big Trump county, 60%. This county here, a Trump county, 70% for Edwards. But it's kind of weird that I'm kind of combining the 2015 gubernatorial race with the lieutenant one. But obviously, Edwards being a Catholic took a lot of votes from the Republicans because generally, Edwards being a Catholic basically takes away all the Catholics, which are pretty prevalent in the GOP in Louisiana, to the Edwards campaign. And that kind of determined his victory. But obviously, these are the said results. Rural areas, generally, not all of them are majority African American, but a lot of these counties in blue do have a decent African American population. But that's pretty much it for the history of Kip Holden. He would later run for the 2016 and for Louisiana's 2nd district, although he was defeated in that. Was it a? Yeah, I do think it was a. It didn't go into a runoff because you gone over 50%, I believe, is needed. But yes, Holden didn't really get much of a hold. Get it? Other than Louisiana, other than just New Orleans. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Rest in peace, Kip Holden. We, of course, along with Mr. Bond, who Kit Bond, I want to believe his name is, from Missouri, just did a video on him. We hold you in our prayers. And, of course, we hold your family in our prayers. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next political episode.